Okay, so now I've got to take that pipe, my old one, and see, it's going to go like that. It's going to go right on there. I can adjust this clamp so that it's sideways or whatever. You know, I think I should loosen that clamp a little bit, and I'll put that on there. Easy greasy. Okay, I got that loose, and I can put this wherever I want. I have to push this on here like that. Okay. Turn that up there, like probably like that. That's snug so far, and that's all I can go with the screwdriver. And I'm going to take my baby crescent wrench. Ooh, I don't have much room right here, do I? I have to turn it like that. Let's see. You know, I got it there, and I can put my screwdriver in there and use it as a crank. See how much tighter I can do it? I'm just using the screwdriver. Put it right through the end like that. Amazing how much more torque I've got on there. There. Wow, I turned that probably 3/4 of a turn all the way. Okay. All right. Everything looks good. I'm ready to turn on the dishwasher. I'm going to run it through a cycle. I've got to first make sure that it's full of water, the dishwasher. I can't just turn the dishwasher on drain, can I? It's going to take you a few more minutes. That's what you're going to have to do. Then we're going to look for leaks up here, and I think we're going to have it fixed. Oh yeah. Let's get this. I want to shut the door. I'm going to just turn it on short cycle. Make sure I got it full of water. Once I have it full of water, I don't have to let it go through the entire cycle, do I? I can go to rinse and hold. In fact, I can do that right now, because all I care about is getting it full of water. See, it's filling up right now the first time. So I can keep turning it, or I can open the dishwasher first. Then I can turn this to like rinse. Here, rinse and hold. Then I don't have to go through the entire cycle. That way it's filling up the dishwasher right now with water, and then it's going to rinse a little bit, then it's going to drain. That's when I'm going to look out for leaks. It's like taking candy away from a baby fixing this. Nobody else wanted to fix it, so hey, you want to pay me to come out for an initial service call to tell you where the leak is, and then after that to tell you how I'm going to fix it and give you a bill for that too? Whatever. Here's another tip for you too. Yes, all about tips, baby. The report was that there was a leak around the sink somewhere. If you look underneath here, what do you suppose I see down here? I see rust, first off. See, here's some rust on the cabinet, and I had a fly swatter back here too. This is all rusty, and that tells me they had some activity down there before. Even though if the cabinet is dry, you got to figure, okay, how did that happen? Maybe somebody didn't dry it up. Maybe there's hardly any water there. How can that water get there and then dry back up? Think about the dishwasher and how it works, and that might be the culprit. It was funny too. The first time they called me over here, they said they had a little drip, and I couldn't find anything except right underneath the P-trap there was a little dot of water. And so I looked at that, and it was because somebody had hit this by accident. This nut was a little loose, and this was slid down a little bit, and the pipe that goes out to the wall, it should be angling straight or maybe tilted up a little bit and running out. It was coming down at an angle, and I was like, what's the deal with that? Because this nut was loose, and this had been all shoved down about an inch, maybe an inch and a half. Well, not an inch and a half, at least an inch. And that caused this other line to be crooked, so I knew something was wrong. I loosened that up, took my hand here, pushed that back up where it was supposed to go, and saw that this was level. Not level, it was kind of going down at a slight angle to the wall, and that's what you want. And I tightened this back up, I checked for leaks, wiped that up, and I called it good. With just my luck, that was a coincidence. They called me, that was one leak. Well, you know what? There were 2 leaks here, so sometimes look around and spend a little bit more time on it if you think you need to. Coincidences do happen. I made sure that this cabinet bottom was all dry. We're running this through a cycle now, and it's on the rinse and hold. It's on rinse right now, and pretty soon it's going to drain. Once it starts draining, I'm going to look up here, double check things around that, and I'm going to get my flashlight or whatever, get up there and make sure there's nothing dripping where those clamps are. I'm pretty sure nothing's going to be happening there because I got that baby tight. And then when it's all done, I'll put my hand down there and see if there's any water on there. If there is, then I can look straight up, see where it's dripping and all that. That's what you have to do after you get done. Don't make an assumption that you got it, call it good, and then find out later somebody tells you, hey Joe, thought you fixed that. Come on out and look at it again. That's the last thing you want to happen. Here's something else you should know. Is Joe a licensed plumbing service tech? Does Joe know everything about plumbing that there ever was meant to know? No! And you don't have to be either. Follow my videos and you can do it too. Okay, you hear that? Just clicked on drain. I can hear, you hear the air gap, I can hear the water going in there, and then you can feel the pipe underneath and see and feel that the water's coming through there, that it's hot and everything. And see, there's no water coming here now. I can tell it's going there, and you need an air gap incidentally. What is that for? It's allowing air to get in the line so that when the dishwasher's draining, it doesn't go gloop, 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 gloop like that. You put air in the line and it helps everything flow properly, okay? So that all looks good, and I'll get under here next and check and make sure it's dry, and I'll bet money that it's dry as a bone. Yeah, here's another tip too. Don't just run the dishwasher a little bit through the drain cycle for 1 minute and then think, okay, we don't have a problem there. Sometimes it takes longer than that. I actually did the initial service call on this, and I was here for 10-15 minutes, and I reported back, hey, everything looks dry, nothing's here. After I did that, I waited a little bit longer because the cycle had not completed. But you know what? Before the cycle ended, I then found the water. I then found the cabinet was wet underneath, and it wasn't wet until that second go round. So don't call things good until you run it through the entire cycle. Okay, moment of truth. I'm patting this down, no water, nothing. You can do that. You can run a paper towel or something, Kleenex, you know, whatever, but that's usually the best way. Wipe this all down, make sure it's all dry, and then just kind of feel it with your hand after you test everything out. If you're fixing a sink or something like that, or a P-trap, anything like that, you know, run the sink for a while and make sure you have it. Look up there, shine a flashlight up there, because maybe you might see a drip here where the P-trap is. You're thinking it's from the trap. Well, it might not be the trap. It might be a pipe that's up above the trap. It might be running down, dripping down somewhere, running along here and then running down this way, collecting right there, and drip, drip, drip. Same thing with the garbage disposal. I've had a garbage disposal before. The water was dripping out the bottom. They thought it was all rusty on the bottom. Well, I shined my flashlight, turned the water on, and son of a gun, there was water dripping on the top of this on the back side from the sink faucet, and it was running down the side, and it was coming down the back and then collecting here and then dripping. And I found it, and it was the sink faucet, not the garbage disposal. So check things out. Hey, well, you know what? I think I got it. Now I can put the cabinet doors back. I always like to take the cabinet doors out of my way if they have the quick release hinges. That way I don't spring a cabinet door by accident or break it. Something like that. Okay. Now I can load everything back in there and I'm home free.
That's all I got for this time, but I'll be back with more video.